This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Who's the brainiest of the bunch? Today we find out on Brainy Bunch.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of the Brainy Bunch, brought to you by INCRadio South Central States. We're actually live here in Blue Ridge, and as you can see around us, there's a lot of things going on today because today, well, not actually today, but Nate, what is today?
Today's the 5th anniversary of the District of South Central States. Thank you for tuning in. I'm running the cameras.
Yes, it is. So 5 years ago, on February 17th, I believe is the actual date, is when the South Central States was established. We broke off of the District of Texas because we encompass so many areas that it was just not in Texas. And so we're South Central States because, Nate, do you know how many states we actually occupy?
You want me to? I can name them, but I don't know the number.
All
Should
right.
I name them?
Sure.
I can get
where
this.
are we
I
at?
can get this. All right. I'm gonna start from the west. New Mexico,
New Mexico,
Texas,
Texas,
and then we're going to go up to Oklahoma and Kansas.
Oklahoma, Kansas.
We do have Wichita.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Wichita. And then let's move across to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
That's 5. We'll go up to 6 because we do have Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay, now we're going to go down. Louisiana.
Louisiana.
And then we have one more, Mississippi.
Mississippi, yes.
8. Did I get it right?
That is. It's 8 states.
All
yes.
right,
So we do
all
encompass 8 states across southern the U.S., I guess.
Southern Midwest.
Southern Central
Southern
U.S. Yes. And so we're actually here in Blue Ridge, and we actually have a celebration today. And the coolest thing about the celebration is we have different booths from different, well, not really countries, I guess, because Hawaii is not a country, but we do have a booth for Hawaii.
Yeah. Island? Are they islands? Are they all islands? Well, Mexico's not an island.
No, Mexico's not an island, unless you think of like Cozumel, which is part of Mexico. That's an island, right? And so we have different booths here to represent different areas, I guess. We'll just say areas where they have good food. I think the focus was on the food and not really the country that we were targeting, right? So, of course, we're going to have the Philippines because, you know, that's where we all started, right? We've got Japan because what international food thing can we have without Japan, right?
Yeah.
What's the other ones we have
Gotta
here?
have Kit Kats. We also have Hawaii, like you said.
We do have Hawaii. I think because everyone just wanted to wear their Hawaiian shirts and have leis and have all the tropical thingies from Hawaii.
Yep.
And
Tex-Mex. I'm going to throw Texas in there.
no, it's Mexico.
It's Tex-Mex.
And so, like I said, with each of those booths, not only are they decorated representing that country or that region, but also the food that they're preparing is going to be just from there. And ooh, I see something in the Philippines. Can you get a close up of that one? Where we have the Philippines, where it looks like, is that fresh coconut?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
I wonder if that's something they're going to like chop off the top and you can just drink it from there. Oh, and they're representing Boracay because that is where you do. Have you been to Boracay?
I don't know. Where's that?
It's in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's in the Philippines.
Wait, have you not been in the Philippines yet?
I've been, but like Manila, Pangasinan.
It's an island.
Then no, I haven't.
Yes. So it's one of the famous islands.
They're all islands.
Well, it's one of the famous islands. It's a resort, tourist resort type of thing.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so in the Philippines, it looks like they've got coconuts and all that stuff. And then,
okay, do you like coconut? Do you like raw coconut?
I do. I like it when they chop
water?
it off, and then you could drink the coconut. And then when you're done drinking it, they cut it in half, and then you could eat the flesh.
Yes, I'm here for all of that. I love it.
So that's one of the things I do like. It looks like in Hawaii, they got their palm trees and their, what are those? Boogie
Looks like
boards, surfboards, and I think they're doing snow cones. I mean,
yeah,
right?
we get a shot of that.
They have snow cones. So for Hawaii, they got snow cones and everything.
Yep, way over there.
There they go.
There they are.
And then, so you see the surfboards and everything like that. And everyone's here preparing already because it's going to start in about 30 minutes. So they're here doing the preparations. And so the next thing we have is Mexico. Mexico. So from Mexico, I wonder if what's that drink that's popular in Mexico?
Is it Mountain Dew Baja Blast?
No, that's Taco Bell. I think it's like what horchata. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the rice drink.
Yes. So it looks like they are having horchata. I'm hoping they're going to have nachos because nachos is Mexican, right?
I think that's more
American Mexican.
Yeah,
that's Tex-Mex.
That's Tex. That is actually, I think historically it is Tex-Mex.
All right. So there's our Mexico.
Invented in some kind of restaurant.
Yeah.
On the Texas border. Yeah.
And then the last one we have is Japan. If you can see from the mural of Japan, they've got what is that? Mount Fuji?
Mount Fuji, yes. Oh, they even got the cherry blossoms.
Oh, the cherry blossoms. That's right. So there we go. Our camera's turning, and we are now in Japan. I want to know what food they prepared for Japan. Is that miso soup? It looks like they got a vat there for soup, so I'm thinking that might be miso soup.
Yeah, miso hungry
there's your
for
cherry
miso
blossoms,
soup.
And Mount Fuji. Have you been to Japan at all?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes, the airport.
That's not counted. That's not counted.
I'm in
no.
the country.
No.
I saw their interesting bathrooms, so yeah, I got the full Japanese,
it's not the same.
authentic experience
it is not
at
the
the
same.
airport.
But look at all the cool stuff that they have. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Like I said, the food and the drinks. And I don't know if you can see, but people are also in costume, depending on what area they're representing.
Oh, yeah, let's see if we
have
some
folks
costumes.
here wearing their...
Get our cameraman, go focus on some...
We've got some Japanese samurais, it looks like. We've got some... there we go, there's our samurai. And then the traditional Japanese outfits. Oh, look, that brother's even wearing a wig to look like he's Japanese.
Even open carrying a katana.
Yeah. So this is cool. And then you have your sombreros. Of course, you cannot be from Mexico without the sombreros, right? Also, what else do they have? The ponchos.
Yes.
Do you remember back in the days when poncho was a thing? Where everyone would wear ponchos? Or maybe that was a California thing.
I feel like that was a Clint Eastwood thing.
No, they would go down to Tijuana and buy a bunch of ponchos, and everyone would just wear the ponchos.
They'd wear a blanket?
No, it's not a
or
blanket.
Like a rain poncho?
It's like the ponchos that everyone's wearing, where it's a different colors. They're wearing it above,
It's a blanket, isn't it?
It is not a blanket.
What?
It is not a blanket. It's an outfit.
That is a blanket with a hole on top.
So they got ponchos. And then in the Philippines, can you look at the Philippines? Do you see that sister wearing the traditional Philippine outfit? Do you know what that's called, Nate?
That is called a traditional Philippine outfit.
No.
What? You just told me what it was called. That's not what it is.
It's traditional, but it's called I think it's called the Maria Clara. I think that's what it's called. And so they've got
what is that? What does that translate to? Huh?
Mary Claire.
Oh, okay. I was about to get smart with you, but
and so
now I just look dumb.
It's got your little pointed. What should they call those? Sleeves.
They look like she's a knight.
And then some of them are wearing the traditional barongs.
What about the red scarves?
The red scarves. So
can we zoom in on the red scarves?
I think that's what they use as their costume for like the different folk dances that they do. So I don't think that's.
Are they gonna go rob a train later?
Yes, they are. But they're not.
Wait,
I'm trying to think. Are there trains in the Philippines?
I'm sure there's been trains everywhere.
So they're in their traditional. Oh, and then I see someone's got like the hats that they wear when they're in the rice fields. It's like the pointed hat.
Seems a little different. Can we zoom in on that?
So it's
that hat there?
Yeah, the pointed hat. That's what people wear in the rice fields when they're working.
It's
to
different
shade
from
themselves.
the Vietnamese where it's just like triangular. Oh no, there's one right there too.
I don't know. I've not been to Vietnam yet, so I don't know yet. But yeah, that's what they wear when they're in the rice fields and doing different things because um, to protect themselves from the sun,
Gotcha.
right? I haven't seen anyone dressed in Hawaiian though. Do we have anyone dressed in Hawaiian besides people wearing leis? Is there anything else here that's Hawaiian?
Yes, there's someone dressed in
No?
Hawaiian over there. He's got a lei on over there in the corner.
Okay.
Got our brother Vic there.
So yeah, so that's what we're doing today. We're gonna have a nice celebration with different performances from the different regions. I think the main thing, the reason people are coming here is for the food, right?
Yep, that's the bet. That's what brings the whole
Gotta
world
have
together.
your food. So we're really excited. If anyone's around the area and you would like to come stop by, please join us. We are here in Blue Ridge, and we are we're here in Blue Ridge for our special edition.
Oh, we got a greeting from Diane Silva. Happy anniversary, SCS. I believe from Florida.
From where?
Florida.
Where's from Florida?
Diane Silva. I don't know where. I know she's part of the INCRadio in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Diane Silva?
Silva, yeah.
No. Do you know who Diane Silva is?
Yeah, she's part of INCRadio Florida.
No, she's not.
You sure?
No.
I must be getting it.
Hold on, maybe that's a different Diane Silva. The only Diane Silva I know is the minister's wife, Diane.
Oh. Well, it's kind of hard to see here.
I can't see the
all
pictures, so I
pictures
don't
are
know.
tiny.
I don't know. Ooh, we do have. Ooh, I wonder
My apologies if I got that wrong.
who's Hawaii 50 808.
Hawaii 50 says, hit that like button, everyone. He's over there, Hawaii 50, because he is from Hawaii. You know what?
Oh, I see who you're talking
Small
about.
world. We actually grew up just a few miles apart from each other.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
That is Brother Byron.
Okay.
Ramiro. He was in Hawaii in the local of Honolulu. I was in Waipahu.
Okay.
Early 90s. He performed in the 25th anniversary that was in California. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes,
25th.
I do remember that. I was there.
And him and my mom both performed in that program.
Oh, nice.
That won first place. So Hawaii won first place that year. Yep.
So were they representing like when the church first got to Hawaii? Was that their portion?
It's the 25 years in the West.
Yes.
They do every 5 years.
Yes, I do remember that. That's where we had the musical and everything. That was a really cool celebration. So we have somebody, DJRG. I don't know who that is. They are from Wichita, so they're also greeting us a happy anniversary. And also Jacksonville. Ron Seaman from Jacksonville is greeting us a happy anniversary. And Beryl. Oh, Oklahoma City, Lawton, and Tulsa. Like I said, because we expand to so many different states, right? So, Nate, have you been to all of these 8 states that we encompass?
Yes, I have. I've been to all 8.
All of them?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do...
Actually, I think I've been to the highest point in every single one of these states.
Okay, so when we go to each state, you got to tell us what the highest point is for each of those, right?
Sure.
So what we did was, we asked the brethren around the district what it is there is to do in their area, right? And so a few of them responded, and I wanted to share with you a few of the things. So we're going to start with Wichita. What state is Wichita in?
Wichita is in Kansas. I'm off to a good start.
Where's Wichita?
In Kansas.
Kansas. Well, I can't hear you because I don't got an earpiece.
Oh, I'll have to talk in your direction and not in the camera's direction.
So it is in Kansas. And so in Wichita, they told us they are the air capital of the United States.
They have all the air?
I don't know. And that's why I wish if somebody there from Wichita, DJRG 46, please elaborate. Why is it the air capital? Is it from like airplanes?
I think they do a lot of slam dunks there. They get a lot of air, right?
I don't
that's
know,
what it might be.
but I want to know. That's one thing that they did tell us, that they are the air capital of the U.S. And if you are ever in the Wichita area, they said some of the good things to see, or a must-see that you have to do, is Keeper of the Plains. Have you been to Keeper of the Plains?
I have not been the Keeper of the Plains.
And I don't know what that is either. I've not been there.
Okay, are we talking about planes like in, the land planes?
Yes.
Oh, not airplanes.
No, not airplanes.
I would have thought there was a tie-in to the, Keeper of the Air?
I don't know.
I'm mixed up. the air capital of the world?
I don't know, but it's air. It's not air. And then the other one is the Great Plains Water Center. So
Great
I don't know
Plains
what that
Water
is because I
Center.
haven't done that one.
They got everything. They got land, sea, and air there. They're capturing.
They do not have sea.
Yeah, you just said water.
But it's just water center.
See, land, sea, water, it's all the same.
And then they have the Sedgwick County Zoo. So if you guys are ever in Wichita, Kansas, that is something that you guys can go see in Wichita. If for those in our live chat, if you guys have additional places you would recommend to people visiting Wichita, let us know in the chat and we'll go ahead and read that.
I have been to Kansas City, which seemed like a nice city.
Okay, so Kansas City is nice, but it depends on which part of Kansas City you went to. Because part of Kansas City is in Missouri.
Is in Missouri, yep.
And then the other part is in Kansas.
Yep, I was in the Kansas side.
I was on the Missouri side.
I think they're different.
They are. The one in the Missouri side is really a city.
Yeah.
Because the company I used to work for.
It's like a small town on the Kansas side.
Yeah. The company I used to work for, his headquarters was in Kansas City, and so we did go to Kansas City a lot. So, but yes. So that is Wichita, Kansas.
Yep, about 5 hours from here.
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is.
Hours.
I remember driving
Straight
there.
north.
Not a pretty drive.
Oklahoma's kind of nice. No, Oklahoma's not that flat. That's kind of a myth. It's not that flat.
All right. So from Wichita, let's go down south. So from Wichita, we go down south and we hit Oklahoma.
OKC.
All right. So from Oklahoma, I did have someone message in. So they said they're like in the Fort Smith area, Tulsa area of Oklahoma. And did you know that it used to be a former military post?
Fort Smith?
Tulsa, Fort Smith, I guess.
Yeah, Fort Smith sounds like it's got Fort in the name.
Wait, so was Fort Worth an old military? Because we got a fort there too.
Bet it was. At one point, it was an outpost, yeah. If it has Fort in the name.
All right. So things to see in Fort Smith / Tulsa, I guess, would be the Fort Smith National Historic Museum, which I have not been to, and the U.S. Marshal Museum.
Oh, for U.S. Marshals.
I think that would be cool.
Are they different from the Air Marshals?
Yeah, I don't know.
You work in the airlines.
I don't know. Well, Air Marshals I know is for the air, so right. I'm wondering who the U.S. Marshals are.
Do they have land and sea marshals?
I don't know.
Do they all go to Kansas?
I don't know. Maybe because no one goes there. Right? And then the other area we have in the Oklahoma area is Oklahoma City itself.
Yes, which is a decently sized city.
It is.
Yeah.
One of the things you can see in Oklahoma, if you're into sports, is that's where the Thunders play.
Yep.
So they do have
Thunder.
They have the arena.
They do have a pretty hardcore fan base. They really love their team.
They do.
Yep.
I had to go to Oklahoma one time because my nephew was a fan of the Thunders only because of their famous basketball player.
They've had a few. You'd have to be specific.
The most recent one, he left.
SGA? Oh, no. Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Yeah. So Kevin Durant, he did like Kevin Durant. So I did go to that arena just to buy a basketball because that's what he likes. But did you know Oklahoma City is known for their fried pies?
I did not know that.
So their fried pies, they are so good. They make them fresh right there in front of you.
Okay. Is it a pie that they fry, or is it like just an empanada?
No, so it's they have the dough of the crust, right?
Okay, I follow.
And then they stuff it with, you could pick whatever. Like if you want an apple pie, it'll be apple. If you want the chocolate pie, they'll put like chocolate and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then they kind of fold it over to kind of look like an empanada.
See, that's what I said. I said, is it really just an empanada that has pie filling?
Like I told you, I can't hear you because I don't have my earpiece on. So yes.
All right, I'll have to bring headphones next time we go to a live event.
They do put it in there, and then they'll fry it, and it is just so delicious. And I think it's one of the places that I like because when I had gone there, they had your traditional cherry, pumpkin, apple, strawberry, blueberry pies and all that. And then they also do the savory where you could have meats and cheeses and things like that. Well, they had one pie, which was a coconut pie, which was really good. And then
okay, I love coconut. So how does this work? What is the coconut pie?
So it's more of, so they did have bits of like the coconut strands and then coconut jelly, I guess, and then they would just put it in there and fry it. So they had that. And then they had a chocolate pie, which is more of like a chocolate pudding kind of a thing that they would put in there. And so that was really good too. But if any of you's from Hawaii and you guys ever had the hapua, I think is what it's pronounced. I don't know. But it's chocolate and coconut.
You just said if any of you is from Hawaii. That's not South Central States. That's like New Jersey.
I know,
New Jersey.
But we got people in,
and you're from California.
So anyways.
We're uniting the whole world here.
So they had the coconut and the chocolate. And so I asked the lady who was making the pies, I was like, can you put the chocolate and the coconut together? And then she looked at me like I was weird. She goes, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. And she made 3 of them. I only ordered 2, but she made 3. And she says, I want to taste this because if it's any good, she was going to add it to her menu. And so she did taste it and she loved it.
By the way, don't comment that you hear static. It's raining really hard and we're in a gym with a tin roof. So
yes, we are supposed to have a storm today.
Yeah, so that's not static. That's rain.
Yes. So that's one of the nice things in Oklahoma. And then also the other thing that is a nice place to visit in Oklahoma, they do have a memorial from one of the events that happened in Oklahoma City. And with a federal building, that one is a really nice memorial to actually go to. Quick, it's different.
Shout out Jeff, because I said New Jersey. So be sure to also check out their new branded show.
Their Diner Talks.
The Diner Talks, yes.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for
And Jeff, I must say, I really do like you guys' set with that diner table.
There she go with the used guys is up there in New Jersey.
It is really nice. But anything else in Oklahoma you think people should go see or do or eat?
I think the hiking is underrated. They have the Washita Mountains. It looks like Wichita Mountains, but I think it's pronounced Washita. It's actually pretty close to the border of Texas, so not too far away from here in DFW. And they got a really nice canyon that you can like hike into, and there's a little stream that goes through it. Really, really beautiful. Really underrated. I think because it's not really that big, but it's like really easy to access and see. So it's not a difficult hike, but you do get a pretty big bang for your buck going out there.
All right, so that's Oklahoma.
Oh, and if you want to see prairie dogs,
I can't hear you.
If you want to see prairie dogs, they are all over that state.
How come I haven't seen a prairie dog since I've been there? And I've been there multiple times.
You just gotta like go to any gas station and just like look out behind the gas station. They're all there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that. All right, so that's Oklahoma. Next thing we're gonna go to is Arkansas. Okay.
Yes, the natural state.
So so in Arkansas we have Jacksonville, which is one of our local congregations there.
Yep.
But the main metropolitan city there is Little Rock.
Yes, Little Rock, big hearts.
So Little Rock is, they said they're known for their hot springs.
There's actually a city called Hot Springs that's just an hour or 2 away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got to go check it out because I've always wanted to go to Hot Spring, but I've actually never been there. And the one thing that I found that was fascinating is they said you could still go on trolley rides in Little Rock.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
I did not see it when I went there, but yeah, that's neat.
But I think that would be cool. And then they're also known for their General MacArthur Park and Museum. I did not know General Arthur was from there.
I have been there. I've been to that museum.
Really? Is it nice?
I thought so. Yeah, I think it was in his childhood home, if I'm not mistaken. I know we get a lot from Jacksonville tune in. They can correct us, but yeah, it's a pretty nice museum.
Okay. They did say, I asked them, what is there to eat in Arkansas? They said catfish.
By the way, Jeff says use guys is correct for New Jersey. Nailed it.
So catfish.
Catfish. Do you like catfish?
That's what they said. I don't know. I don't eat catfish.
I think catfish is fine. They say it tastes like mud, but I'm like, it just tastes like fish.
I think when I first tasted it, I had it like in Louisiana, which we'll talk about Louisiana later. And it did taste like mud. So I really didn't like it.
Oh.
But
you know what? You know what I think? I think it depends on where you fish it. I think if you fish it out of the mud, it tastes like mud. because here in Texas they have reservoirs and the water is
Yes.
clean. So even the carp, which is considered like a trash fish, people throw away. Like I caught one and I tasted it. It tastes like chicken. Like it tastes fine. And I think it depends on where you catch it.
Yes, because when I did have it here in Texas, it actually tasted good. It didn't taste like mud.
Yeah.
So I think it is where you get it from. And so if anybody ever decides they want to visit Little Rock, there are different things that you can go see. The Clinton Presidential Library is housed there because that's where President Clinton was from.
Yep. And every president gets a presidential library where
Yes.
Can you explain it, because you know a lot about this actually?
Yeah, so wherever the presidents either grew up or spent a lot of their life in, that is where they build the presidential library. And what it is they house all the different things that they had while they were in office. So any of the things that they collected while they were in that White House, any of the gifts that they gave, because they technically do not own those gifts belong to the presidency. And so they house all that stuff. And then they have a museum of all the different things that happened during their tenure as a president. So it is really cool. It's a nice thing to do. And that's one of the things I do is I try to go to all the different ones. And that is one of the nice ones that I did go to. It's one of the more modern ones. So if you're ever in Little Rock, that's one thing that you could go see.
Real quick, Jeff said he wants to see prairie dogs. Can they be pets? That answer is probably no, because I think they carry leprosy. So yeah,
do they?
Yeah,
oh, no.
Don't pet the prairie dogs if you see them.
Jeff, you're going to have to come here and we'll take you there and you can go see all the prairie dogs you want.
Yep, and the leprosy.
So Little Rock is the capital of Arkansas.
Yes.
And so Capitol buildings tend to be different in every state. And they said the Capitol building is something that you can see. They do have a lot of mountains for hikings and lakes. Diamond State Park. Have you been to that one?
I have not. I know about it, though. I know that you can actually dig for diamonds, but you got to like crawl through the mud.
Oh, no.
It's like a giant mud pit. And they're like, yeah, if you find it, you can keep it. And most people don't find it.
Are they real diamonds?
Yes, they are real diamonds that you can find. But like I said, they just turn over the dirt and it's all mud and you're just digging through the mud all day. So.
Because in California where they do the gold mining, they put fake gold there just for kids to mine gold, but it's fake.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, they do the sifting and everything.
You know, you mentioned hiking. Arkansas has great hiking, okay? Very underrated because, you know, the Rockies or the Appalachians tends to take all the attention. They have the Ozarks there. It is beautiful out there. And I think because it's not as popular as like Colorado, if you want more seclusion, I think Arkansas is going to be more of your type of place to go. And you mentioned around Little Rock, there's a mountain called Pinnacle Mountain, I believe. And it is, you do have to climb up some rocks. But like my son, when he was like 6 or 7 years old, he was able to climb it. Not too difficult, but you do stand very prominently over the land. And it's like a really awesome view. So yeah, Little Rock, I think is kind of underrated.
Yeah, so that's pretty much. Oh, and then they did say one more, Greer's Ferry Park. I don't know what that is, but that is something they said that you can go visit over there. So, all right. So now let's go to Tennessee. Tennessee. So in Tennessee, we have a congregation in Memphis. Have you been to Memphis?
I have been to Memphis, yes.
And what did you do in Memphis?
I got barbecue in Memphis.
You got what?
Barbecue.
Oh, yes.
They do have their own barbecue.
They do. Memphis has their own barbecue. It's different, they said, from Texas barbecue.
Yes.
But you know what? Kansas also has their own barbecue, too.
I have not tried Kansas barbecue yet.
The Kansas barbecue is actually pretty good. I've had it when I was there.
I think what characterizes, okay, let me try to break this down. So Texas, their thing is smoking everything. So brisket, ribs, it mostly comes out dry. You add the sauce later. I think Memphis is mostly about the pork. They smoke their pork ribs. And then Kansas City is the wet barbecue with the sauce. And then there's actually South Carolina, and they do a mustard sauce. So that kind of is like the four main barbecues in the United States.
Okay. And then for Memphis, I went to Graceland.
Really?
That's
Tell me about
Graceland
it.
is.
I'm curious.
Graceland is really nice. That is the birthplace. Well, that's not the birthplace, but that is the home of Elvis Presley, because he was actually born in Tupelo, Mississippi. but he went to Memphis because he wanted to do music. And there's no way you're going to do music if you're in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Right.
And so, being there, can you hear that? So, being in Memphis, he built his house, which is Graceland, and it's a really nice house. They have preserved it from the time he passed, so it still looks like, I don't know, was that 70s, 60s furniture kind of a thing. So it's really old.
Some say he's still alive.
And he's got like a equestrian area where you could have horses and everything. And then they built this massive warehouse looking kind of building where they housed all of his record awards, like his what do you call the awards that they get for music?
The Grammys.
The Grammys and all those different things. And then they have videos of the different concerts that he performed at. So it's a really cool place to visit if you ever have a chance.
Okay.
And they do have his private plane there. It's called the Lisa Marie. It is there, and you can go see inside his private plane and his cars, all the cars he owned.
All right. Now, is it true that Everest used to fly in his favorite sandwich from like Colorado? It was like a peanut butter and bacon sandwich.
Yes. And a lot of restaurants in Memphis have the Elvis Presley sandwich. Yeah, they do.
What was it? I forgot.
So it was like peanut butter. I don't know. I just know it's peanut butter jelly and then something else. I can't remember what else it was in there. But yeah, so it's famous everywhere in Memphis. But yeah, it's a really cool place to visit. So if you ever have a chance to go to Memphis, that's one of the things you should go see. All right, so that's that. And then the next state we have is Louisiana.
Louisiana. Let's go. I love Louisiana.
So Louisiana, we have New Orleans and Baton Rouge. New Orleans I've been to, but I have not been to Baton Rouge. So in New Orleans, you have to go to the French Quarters only because of the architecture. It's just really, really nice. It's like old.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Used to be a French colony.
Oh, okay. Jeff said it's peanut butter and bacon.
Peanut butter and bacon.
So you know what? I'm going to try that now because I've never had it. So I think I want to try that.
I thought there were also bananas in there. Bananas?
Bananas. Yes, they do bananas also. I want to say they do bananas. All right, so back to Louisiana.
What I like about Louisiana, if you like county fair food, you know, all that deep fried stuff, they got all of that like on the sides of the roads everywhere. Just these little stands. Deep fried like everything. Not good for you, but you know, you're only driving through, right?
So maybe I should do a road trip because normally I fly into Louisiana, so now I got to do a road trip.
Oh yeah, you're missing out. Yeah, if you see a food stand on the side of the road, you definitely got to go check it out.
Yeah, so Louisiana's known for their seafood boil, which is really good. That is where I had their traditional jambalaya and gumbo soup, which is really good. So those are the different things that you can have when you are in Louisiana.
Yeah, I would say when I went to New Orleans, some of the best food that I've ever had, it was seafood. The best tasting food I've ever had was there.
They do. They had good food. And the other thing I did over there was I did one of the river cruises, like a dinner cruise. It's like a 3-hour ride, but it was really nice because it just brought you up and down the river. So that was pretty cool. All right. So that leaves us, what other state do we have? Mississippi. Biloxi.
I've been to Biloxi.
I have not been to Biloxi.
Yep, they got a beach there. They're along the Gulf Shore, so really nice beach.
The only place I went to in Mississippi was Tupelo because, like I said, that's where Elvis Presley was born. And they do have the house that he grew up in. And so they made that a museum also.
I've always wanted to drive the entire length of the Mississippi River. So that would, you know, of course, go all the way up through Mississippi. Because actually my sister lives in Minneapolis. That's where the Mississippi River ends. So like one day I'm going to do that trip where I'm going to do the entire length.
Well, instead of doing a road trip, why don't you get on a boat and just go up the Mississippi River?
I don't know about that. That's going to take a long time going against the current. That'd be kind of cool too. I wonder if it is continuous that you could take a boat the whole way. I don't know if there's any.
I don't know. I think they stop like at each different spot. All right, so that's Mississippi. What state do we have left? Oh,
Texas.
New Mexico.
Did
New
we do
Mexico.
Texas?
We have New Mexico. And I'm going to tell you now, from what all the brethren told me about New Mexico, I actually want to go there.
You haven't been? You have not been to New Mexico.
I have never been to New
Oh,
Mexico.
New Mexico is beautiful.
But it is something I do want to do. New Mexico, Carlsbad.
Yep.
It is known as the Riverside Oasis in the desert.
I did not know they had a river going through Carlsbad.
Lake Carlsbad was built around Pecos River, so it's good for like kayaking, paddleboarding, and swimming. And they have Sitting Bull's Falls.
See, for me, I've mostly been to the northern part of the state where they got
Okay.
really nice mountains.
Yeah, well, we encompass the southern part. But in Sitting Bull's Falls, they said there's a waterfall that's 150 feet drop of icy blue water.
Ooh.
That I want to go see.
I have never heard of that, which is a good thing because that means it might not be that popular.
I want to check that out.
Yeah.
And then they have the Carlsbad National Park, which is like the Grand Canyon, but it's
Underground.
750 feet underground.
I was supposed to go to it, but at the time it was on fire. I couldn't visit it.
See, I think that would have been so cool. And then they have big room, and I guess they said that you could fit like 6 American football fields.
Oh, wow. I assume they're talking about a cave.
Yeah, and then so they're known for their art district. They're known for their caverns, and they have a national park where you can actually see Mexican gray wolf and black bears.
That's cool.
But when I asked them what food they're known for, they said chili peppers.
Chili pepper.
Anywhere you go, the question anyone will ask you is red or green. So it's either red or green chili peppers.
That's unfortunate for me because I cannot handle any kind of red or green, yellow, no matter. I can't handle
I
it.
cannot do chili peppers either, but I just think that was fascinating. And then the other thing that they said a must see that you have to do when you go to Carlsbad are the Carlsbad Caverns.
Yes.
I have seen pictures of those, and I'm like, oh, that is something I do want to go see. But so those are what things you can do in Carlsbad. All right. So the last one is Texas.
Yes. Yes. Our sweet home.
So
Texas.
we have a lot of different local congregations in Texas. So I want to start off with Odessa.
Okay. Odessa.
So in Odessa, I'm like, what is in Odessa? Because when I drove there, it was not the nicest place to go see, but
All right, real quick. Jeff said, who named Carlsbad? What did Carl do? Was it so
Carl's
bad?
Jr.
His son is pretty good, though. Carl's Jr. Ah, you're so funny.
I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. All right. So Odessa is Friday Night Lights with a spirit of West Texas. So what's the difference between West Texas and Texas?
West Texas, that's when you really start getting into what looks like a John Wayne movie
Okay.
where there's like cactus and plateaus.
Okay.
Because once you kind of reach Fort Worth, everything starts turning into more of like what Louisiana looks like
Okay.
and the rest of the Southeast. So that's what they mean by West Texas and Texas.
Okay. So the thing that they said you must see when you are in Odessa is the Stonehenge replica.
I did not know that.
They have that. I actually did go there since I was in Odessa. That was probably the only thing I could go see. And so I did go there, and it is pretty cool. I haven't been to the real Stonehenge, and so I really don't know what it looks like. But yes, so that's one thing you can do over there. Around that same area, we have Lubbock. Have you been to Lubbock?
I have been to Lubbock, yes.
Guess what Lubbock is known for?
Buddy Holly.
Yes, I didn't know that. Rock and roll
Got it
legend
right.
Buddy Holly was born there.
You know how I know? When you drive through the town, his mural's only like everywhere.
See, but I didn't know who Buddy Holly was, so I think I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he's got the thick glasses, and it's really old. When you hear it, you'll recognize it.
Okay, well, their barbecue, they said, is different. Their barbecue is West Texas style, which means they say it's less sweet and more savory.
Oh, another barbecue. I'll have to check that out. I did not know
I
they
think
had
we
their
got
own.
to check that out. All right. So the one thing that really surprised me of all the different places in Texas, was San Angelo. Have you been to San Angelo?
Uh, yes. I think there's a base there, and I was helping
So
someone out there.
I have not been to San Angelo, but apparently they're known as the wool and mohair capital of the world.
Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate.
So they have like sheep spectacular, and what it is, it's fiberglass, colorful sculptures of sheep. They said that's very popular. I don't know.
I'll have
And
to
they
see
said
see what they mean.
if you like to do road trips, San Angelo is a great place to do a road trip to. And if you're a nature lover who loves small city with personality, San Angelo is where to go. If you're tired of the overhyped tourist towns,
Right.
San Angelo is a place to go.
I think unfortunately San Angelo's like not really in between any of the major cities in
Oh,
Texas.
it's not.
Not really, not really. So like you have to go out of your way to
to
visit
go
San
there.
Angelo. Yeah. So maybe that's why it would have more of a small town
Yes,
feel because it's kind of off the beaten
and
path.
that's why not a lot of tourists go there. So, of course, I said barbecue and Tex-Mex is always going to be their food, but they said if you want to go to a really good steakhouse that doesn't need any Instagram filters, then San Angelo is a place to go. And if you don't want to have to wait around for over an hour to eat good steak, San Angelo is a place to go.
They went all out and really selling San Angelo.
They are.
It sounds
And you know
like,
what? I'm not kidding. From the description,
sounds like the place to go.
yes. When they sent me those descriptions, I'm like, wait, now I want to go to San Angelo. I never wanted to go there to begin with, right?
Yeah, no, I'm very intrigued now.
So now, things you must see in San Angelo. They have the Concho River Walk, which is good for strolling, bike riding, and having picnics. You can also go to the San Angelo State Park, where you will see bison.
Ooh, bison.
I've never seen a
Yeah,
bison.
you cannot pet the bison, by the way. They're very violent.
But they also said that was an insane place to see sunsets.
Really?
So I don't know. I might have to take them up on that offer. If you want to do boating and fishing, they have Lake Nassworthy. They also have museums and the San Angelo Museum of Fine Art. They said that's housed in a really cool riverfront building. So, and then they have colorful murals everywhere in downtown. So that's your San Angelo.
They went all out.
What?
I gotta give props to San Angelo. They went all out
They
in
did.
describing it.
Like I said,
This
it made
sounds-
me want to go there.
I know. I might. That sounds like a nice place to relax and chill out.
All right, so that's San Angelo. What else do we have here in Texas?
We still have Fort Worth. We still have Dallas. We still have
We have
Tyler.
Dallas.
We
and
still
we have-
have Alvarado, where I'm from.
Okay, sure, we have Alvarado.
Maybe I could. Well, since I'm here, maybe I could explain why anyone would go to Alvarado.
All right, let's start with Dallas. Dallas is just your big city, typical city, right? But the one thing that you must see when you are in Dallas is going to be the sixth floor.
Museum.
The
Sixth floor museum. Yeah.
Yes. Hold on, it's here. So Dallas must see the sixth floor museum at the Dealey Plaza.
Yep.
And so that has to do with JFK. Of course, next to that, you have the JFK Memorial Plaza, which is a really nice place to see. They have an arboretum and botanical garden that they suggest you visit.
I've been there.
And have you been to the Reunion Tower?
I have not. No.
I have not been there, but I have seen it. It's part of the skyline. They said you can see a really nice skyline of Dallas over there. Of course, I have to say the American Airlines Center, just because it's American Airlines, but that is where the
Isn't
Mavericks
that
play.
technically Fort Worth?
No.
The
American
city?
American Airlines Center's in Dallas.
Oh, the
Where the Mavericks
stadium.
play,
Yes.
yes.
Gotcha.
where the
gotcha,
Mavericks
gotcha.
play and hockey. Who's hockey stars?
Yeah, because
Yes.
American Airlines is in Fort Worth,
Yes,
but the
it is.
center, yeah, is down.
Yes.
Yeah. You're right.
And then they have the Perot Museum, and then they have a Museum of Asian Art, which I did not know that. That one I haven't been to.
I did not know that either.
Okay. The other thing, so that's Dallas, and of course Dallas is known for barbecue and Tex-Mex like everybody else, right? So next one we have is Fort Worth.
Fort Worth.
So we have folks who live in Arlington and also in Fort Worth. So this is technically like Arlington / Fort Worth, right? It is a small town country feel within a city, which I agree. Authentic Texas, where they're friendly, historic, and they have the cowboy culture.
Yes.
Right?
Fort Worth has definitely embraced and held on to the cowboy culture.
Yes. And they said Fort Worth is known as Cowtown. Is it really?
Yes, I think that came from when they would bring livestock to the stockyards to put them on the train and send them all across the country.
Okay. And so the must-sees in Fort Worth, which I agree with, I don't know if there's anything you want to add, you got to go to the stockyards because the stockyards is still like your Western-looking thing. And then you have your water gardens.
Ooh, yeah, water gardens. That is a very cool place. If you've never been, if you happen to be in Fort Worth, you just gotta see it to believe it. There's a the prominent attraction at the water gardens where you're surrounded kind of by like waterfalls, and you get to stand in the middle. Is really really cool. They've
All
used
right.
it in some movies.
And then the other things you have to see when you're in the Fort Worth Arlington area, it is home of AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play, and then Globe Life Field. Do you know who plays there?
The Rangers.
The Rangers for baseball. Yes, we have a very massive Six Flags that's out there, and Texas Live. Have you been to Texas Live?
I have not been to Texas Not Live yet. No.
So Texas Live is a dining and entertainment district where they have a lot of restaurants and things like that. But yeah, those are the things to see in Fort Worth area and Dallas. So I think that encompasses all 8 states. And so I want you guys to see the brethren have arrived. And so I want you guys to see all the ones that's going. Let's start off with Mexico. They're doing their group photos there. So that is our who's Mexico? What local is that?
That
Blue
looks
Ridge.
like
That is
yeah.
Blue Ridge. Oh, this is ministers. Oh, this is all the ministers in South Central states right now that we're showing. So wave. Okay, those are our ministers and our district ministers there along with their families. And that is Mexico. And then if you see Japan, there's more people dressed in Japan. There they go.
You're losing your voice there. So Japan, they look like they're from Dallas, represented from Dallas. So they really got the look down and the feel down. I really like that they did the cherry blossoms.
I do. I really do.
Calling over someone. Who are you calling over?
But look at that. So those are our folks from. Oh, look at those the blue kimonos. Look how pretty those are. Look how pretty those are.
All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and scan around some more. Let's see what else we could see. About to get the program started. If you are tuned in from South Central states, we are going to switch over to another broadcast link. So just stay tuned for that, so we can be able to view the program later. But is that a roast pig? I believe that is
lechon. Because
lechon.
you can't have lechon if you're not. You can't be from the Philippines if you don't have lechon. So yes, that is lechon. But yes, look at that. There you go. There you go.
Do you like lechon?
There you go.
You're on the spot. Do you like lechon?
I like the skin of the lechon. I don't like anything else, just the skin.
The skin is amazing.
Just the skin. Yes. So before we end our show, is there a way we could get a pan of everybody and have them say hello?
All right. So looks like we're going to be starting here soon. If you are on your way here, be careful. It is raining outside. We do thank you for joining us here in this live event. And you're going to have to switch over to our next broadcast because there's going to be performances. You don't want to miss that. So make sure if you're connected in your own local congregations, when we switch over to our other broadcasts, we'll send that out to all the sites.
Yes, we do. And so now we have all of our folks here say hello from the District of South Central States. Those are because we are live.
Yep, we're back here.
I don't know if they can see us. We're way back here somewhere. There we go. There we go. So thank you for everyone for joining us today. We know it was Count Out Live, so we do apologize for that. But hey, you can't have a celebration if it's quiet, right?
Yeah. I think I did a good job, though.
Celebration has to be loud and fun.
Yeah.
And then once we're off, they're going to turn the music on louder. So we're going to end with that. But, you know, like I said, thank you everyone for tuning in. And before we end, we would always like to thank our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you. Our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Urbano Manalo. And also our station manager, Brother Wally Taday. Until next time, see you guys next week. So come on, folks, from the Dallas food, if we could get situated, have a seat. It looks like there's some are preparing the food. So anybody wants to spend
We're still on. We did pretty good that we're able to cover live events.